Joined here at the Thornbury Surfacing Stadium with a familiar face, Harrison Minturn. Minnow back for a second spell, back in on loan from Swindon. First game back tonight for the Bluebirds at the home patch. Not quite the result we wanted, but a solid shift from you and the boys nonetheless.
Yeah, it was an unlucky result. I mean, to concede, I don't know what the minute was. It must have been literally last 30 seconds or something. To concede then hurts a lot because, like you said, we put in a really good performance, did really well. Had opportunities to win the game and go on and push on. I thought we played well. I don't think they really had a chance at all apart from that, and I think it's just a sloppy goal to concede.
One hero block that we became accustomed to last season for yourself there just at the end as the game started to almost shift a little bit in the way of the inevitable, with Hemel throwing everything they could within those last 5 minutes, and you put your body on the line once again to stop the shot from going in. It looked for all intents and purposes like that was going to nail the clean sheet down for you and the boys.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, again, we were just disappointed not to get the clean sheet because we defend so well at times. We do great blocks and everything. It's not just me, other lads put their life on the line. Like Leighton, whose debut today, did really, really well. Great tackles and everything, and that just shows how we want to keep a clean sheet, and it stings even more.
Happier note, so Harrison obviously spent a bit of time here with us last season, as did a couple of lads from Swindon, and have gone back with various levels of success. Yeah. Obviously yourself, Ricky, Harry Parsons, Mo Dabray all came here last season and enjoyed a very good time. Unfortunately they nicked you back just in time for the celebrations to die down, but obviously ended up in the playoffs last year. I suppose it's got to be a great feeling for yourself knowing that you're coming to work again and knowing your lads around you, familiar surroundings, and we're very happy to join the club last time. I assume things haven't changed too much since?
No, honestly, when I got told again that I was coming back here, I was over the moon. It was probably the only place I really wanted to go to. Just knowing I'm comfortable here, confident. I like the place, I like the players, I know the staff and everything. Obviously I really like the fans, hopefully they like me too. And also, it just fills me with loads of confidence when I come here, and it just helps me play better, and I just want to help push the club like I did last year, and I want to be here for that time.
Back in time for the big one, Harrison. Obviously there's a couple of games to go between now and then, 2 very long trips away to Concord and Braintree, but I'm assuming that eligibility for the Lincoln City game at home. Have you had a conversation with Swindon about that yet? Obviously your loan spell's due to take you here to January. Of course that's going to fall in that time. Yeah. So Lincoln City on the horizon. Are they going to let you play in the big one?
Yeah, the gaffer had a word with me and he's letting me play in the Lincoln game, so it would be really good. I'm obviously over the moon. It was one of the main things I wanted to do when I come here, play in that game. It's a massive thing for me, but also massive for the club. And obviously it's like a big part of your history, and it'll be a big part of mine as well.
Good stuff. Well, Harrison, we'll let you go and get your shower and all that, mate. Well done today. A solid performance from you and the boys. Unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be at the end there, but great defending tonight, and I thought you played really well, son. Well done.
Cheers.
Super. Joined here at the Thornbury Surfacing Stadium with Chippenham debutant and man of the match by a clear way today, Leighton Tuodolo. Leighton, in a night that was obviously disappointing to lose it at a death like that, making your debut under those circumstances and putting that performance in, what a shift from you, young man.
Cheers, I appreciate that. It's a bit bittersweet, you know. I'm happy with my performance. I'm happy to make my debut after being in this club for nearly 3 years now. But to lose it, in the 94th minute like that, it's just,
Nursing a bit of a knock there at the end as well, Leighton. It looked like you were in a bit of pain, but still managed to make the recovery challenge down there in the corner, I believe, that led to the corner. Unfortunately, that we didn't quite defend just the way we needed to, but it's pattern of the night really from yourself getting down there, putting in them last ditch tackles. But I thought in possession, very aggressive from the wrong side, I'm told by Gary, driving forwards, really looked at home out there tonight.
Yeah, like you said, wrong side of the pitch for me, but I'm just happy to get my chance out there. I had a bit of a knock at the end. Gary kind of said to me, you'll regret if you don't stay on, and I probably would have, to be fair. And I was happy to get back down there and make the challenge. Obviously it's unfortunate what happened after, with the corner and everything, but it's one of those games. Hopefully there's more for me to kind of build on that.
So far this season we've seen obviously the academy conveyor belt. It's producing the likes of Noah Coppin, Kane Bradbury, who again I thought had a brilliant game tonight, Will King, and now obviously for those of us that aren't football manager aficionados, obviously they will know that Leighton Tuodolo has been at the club now for a couple of years, but probably the first time they've got to see you. A lot of the conversations that I was hearing around the ground tonight were just how well you're performing. How much really do you attribute to the academy and the way that they breed you for this level of football and bring you in and really teach you that level to come in here and put in such a mature performance at such a young age, stepping into a very difficult league in the National League South against a very physical Hemel side, and like I said, without throwing too many superlatives on it, just looked like you own the place.
Yeah, I mean, the academy's great. Joe's especially been very supportive of me. He's sorted out loans for me to go and get experience with other clubs. He's pushed me into the first team kind of environment and helped me around with that. And it's Yeah, it's been a great kind of 3 years for me. It's been ups and downs, but overall I'm glad I've been here, and it's led to my debut and hopefully more to follow from that.
Only to echo that, Leighton, obviously making your home debut today as well, alongside Harley Voser as well, both coming out the same academy process. I think I can speak quite clearly for most of Chippenham when we say we hope that's not the last we see of yourself, Leighton. Obviously a couple of very busy games now with a lot of lads that are still nursing knocks and injuries. How are you fixed for a nice long trip to Concord on Saturday?
I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that if I'm involved in that.
As Alfie's just walked past there and tried to ruin another interview saying man of the match, we'll close it there for tonight. Leighton Tuodolo, Stonewall man of the match on the Twitter poll around the stadium amongst the directors. Absolutely fantastic. Leighton Tuodolo, man of the match, well done son.
Cheers.
Well done. Wrapping up here at the Thornbury Surfacing Stadium with Chippenham right back tonight. Callum Gunner. Callum, a welcome return to the starting 11 for yourself. Not in the position we'd normally find you, but I thought that was a brilliant shift for you down that right hand side today.
Yeah, thank you. It was tough. Obviously having probably whatever it was 6-7 games out and then coming back into my not position, but I had to do a job for the team as we were missing some players. I thought I did alright.
Been here for quite a while now, Callum. I think one of the only maybe 2-3 surviving members from the last time we reached the first round of the FA Cup. Everyone knows that with big games at home in the FA Cup against league sides, preparation is key, and to find out that 4 of your lads, particularly 2 of them are playing the back line today that have got COVID and an already stretched squad, cannot be ideal for you and the boys' prep.
No, it's not ideal, but saying that, I think as everyone who would have watched tonight, it was a pretty strong performance from us still, so it shows how good our squad depth is and the competition for places.
Bit of a disappointing one really, Callum, I suppose, is the overriding feeling. We were getting ready to come off and interview the lads and talk about a potential 2 points dropped, such as the performance from the boys tonight, and unfortunately right at the death there, Hemel pop up with a set piece and snatch all 3.
Yeah, very disappointing, but I think you've got to try and take the positives from the game, and also throughout the season we'll score goals like that. Sometimes your luck goes your way, sometimes your luck doesn't. I mean, I think the referee's had a bit of a howler with Alfie's one. I don't think that's ever been a foul before where he's gone down a line and crossed it back. Then again, that's luck, sometimes you've got to take it.
Speaking of yourself, bursting down that right hand side, Callum, more than enough soirees into the opposing half for yourself tonight. Defensively strong, but on the press looked very, very aggressive tonight.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, after quite a while out, I thought I've got something to prove, whether that be in my position or not. It's been a tough time, but hopefully I did enough.
A couple of dodgy places to go to now. We know they're a horrible trip from Chippenham in Concord and potentially Braintree on a Tuesday. Obviously we know at the moment that fixture is penciled in, maybe potential to get that postponed for the FA Cup, but as it stands, 2 games in Saturday Tuesday format against 2 very long trips from yourself here as a Chippenham boy. It must be horrible to get up and do those trips and get up first thing again in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, probably 3 worst games you could have away in a row with Tunbridge, Concord and then Braintree. But again, you just got to take it as it comes. You've got to go there. We've got to try and take 3 points or 6 points from both games.
Obviously, speaking of man of the match, I think a lot of people were throwing your name into the hat today, Callum, and a performance from a certain young fullback on the other side has kind of grabbed the plaudits, and probably rightly so, out of the academy. It's great to be breeding these lads and bringing them and putting them into the first team. As a lad that's gone through that process yourself and come here, and now obviously one of the more senior players, it's got to be fantastic for yourself to be able to look left and right and seeing these young lads at 19, 20 years old, knowing that you can trust them on a pitch.
Yeah, like you said, Leighton, he done brilliant today. Yeah, we'll give him man of the match as he's the debutant, but could be argued. No,
you'll have it next time at Concord, Cal.
Next time, he done really well. And yeah, as you said, for the academy boys, Kane, King, all of them who are stepping in, they're all doing brilliant.
Super. Well, Callum, I thought a very, very good performance from yourself today, mate, whether it's in the centre or midfield or the right back or anywhere you go, always give us 110%. Great performance from yourself today, and we'll see you at Concord, lads. Well done, mate.